Good morning, everybody. This is Tonetta coming to you with this kind of late today with the tea time for Tonetta with Tonetta. I'm actually I hadn't you like I said I'm almost like 2 or 3 hours late this morning or this afternoon actually because it's 1:09 now. And I'm actually going to start having these in the evening instead on Sundays. I haven't figured out the time yet, but I will post that later on this week. But I just want to come to you all with I guess a Mother's Day edition this morning because I know I've been kind of off a little bit since yesterday. Not off, but not online the full time, I guess, since yesterday. And I know I just came back on this morning and was seeing some posts and seeing things going on. Good morning, Flo. Good morning. Mike, how you all doing this morning? Isaac, I'm sorry. Good morning. How you all doing this morning? But I just want to come on this morning just to kind of talk about Mother's Day in general, I guess I would say. I'm not a big celebrator, I guess I put it that way, of Mother's Day as I used to be. Well, I guess when I was younger, that kind of thing, because I no longer have my mom. And I know I've said that, I think, in probably like a few other videos, that kind of thing as well. But, and I know I'm not the only one that's, of course, missing a mom or don't have a mom, that kind of thing, or have a bad situation going on with the mom, too. So, there's all kind of things that go on. But I just want to say, I guess for those people who do not have their mother any longer, mother passed away, whether it was, my mother passed away about 21 years ago. I know there's others that I know that mother passed away last year or just this past week, that kind of thing as well, because they're on my timeline as well. And I've seen a few of their videos, a few of their posts, that kind of thing as well. But I know that it's hard. I guess I can say that. But I know I did a video for YouTube the other day, actually, but talking about this. And I should have posted it here and then took it to YouTube, but that's okay. But I just wanted to say, I guess, to you all that you don't have to rush through your grieving process, just to let you know that. I know there's some people, because I have seen some posts out there, and people were kind of upset about people telling them that they should have been over this, I guess, that death that happened 7 years ago of their mom or that kind of thing. Just keep in mind, you don't have to rush through the grieving process at all. There are, of course, steps to the grieving process. Of course, there's anger, and there's, I guess, all the way until you get to like the accepting it all, accepting and knowing that your mother's passed on, that kind of thing, and of course you're living in her memory and that kind of thing as well. Like I said, there's a lot of things that go on in our heads, I guess I put it that way. And I know with Mother's Day, of course, being today, I know that is a hard day for a lot of people to live through, I guess I put it that way, with all the commercials on TV about Mother's Day and spending time with your mom, and then, of course, coming online and seeing all the photos and pictures with their whoever's on their friends list with their mom, and pictures and how they're going out with their mom and all these kind of things going on. I know that is hard to look at, because it was hard for me, definitely a lot hard for me, I guess, back in the day. Now I've gotten to that acceptance point, I guess I'd say, that after 21 years, and I finally got to that point. Actually, I think that was last year when I finally, of course, accepted things and forgave her for different things that occurred, and forgiven myself and those kind of things as well. Like I said, I finally got to that point, and that's been, 20 years now. 20 years now. But like I said, I know there's, everybody's going to grieve in their own, I guess, in their own way. It's not going to be quick for some. For some, it may be quick. For some, it may be a day or a week or month or year, that kind of thing. Some may not have had that kind of relationship with their mom in the past. We never know what everybody's situation is. But I guess in speaking for me and speaking for the folks that I've seen on here and know kind of, as far as they're missing their mom and that kind of thing, yes, it does take a toll to see all the Happy Mother's Day things, and then some people send you Happy Mother's Day stuff as well, not realizing how hard it is for you to, of course, get through this day and to get over this day. I guess I put it that way. Constantly being reminded about your mom and some things that you may not have gotten a chance to say or do with your mom, that kind of thing. Because I went through that as well. Like I said, Mother's Day hasn't always been easy for me. This year, I can say that I'm looking at the day a lot more positive, I guess I put it that way. I'm actually going to my aunt's house today. They're having all the guys are putting on a dinner for the women today, so I'm going out there today at 4, so that should be nice, I'm sure. I didn't get a chance to go to the cemetery yesterday or today. It was raining yesterday a lot, and I know the cemetery is going to be very, very muddy today, so I have to go one day next week once it warms up a little bit and the ground can dry and that kind of thing. So, but I will be going this week, and I'll probably either do a live or just do some or do some photos from there. But I just want to say, like I said to you all, as far as a lot of, because I know somebody on my friends list that has just lost her mother this past week. I don't even know if they even had the funeral yet. And like I said, I'm sure this day is very, very hard for her to, of course, face, to have to hear people say Happy Mother's Day and all those kind of things, knowing that she had just lost her mother. And I have another friend of mine that's on here as well. I'm sure there's others. I know there's others who lost his mom last year, about a year and like a month or so ago. Him and his sister, and I know that is hard as well. And like I said, for us who have lost our mother to death, that is a very hard thing to have to face and to have to see, and those kind of things. Of course, like this whole past week leading up to Mother's Day. Tomorrow should be okay because, of course, everybody's going to forget about the actual day of Mother's Day, and you'll still see pictures and that kind of thing, but it won't be as much on TV and much on your timeline as much as it will be today. So I just want to take my time out to let those know who have lost a mother like me, no matter what kind of death it was, no matter what kind of relationship you had. But it's always hard to have to deal with those, with that, I guess, with that event, with that death happening. Like I said, I know it's not easy, but just take your time as far as the grieving process, and just realize that you grieve in your own time. No matter what anybody else tells you about, you should be done grieving. It's been 10 years. You shouldn't be crying over this anymore. Just move on. Those kind of things. Just make sure that you do it in your own time. Those folks, let them go ahead about their business, no matter whether it's family or whoever it is. Like I said, if you have your process and they have theirs, if you are still in your process, of course, just respect your process and continue on as you have been doing. But I do want to say, as far as that grieving process goes, that sometimes it can be, of course, you get depressed and those kind of things, not wanting to go on. Because I was there, of course. It's been 21 years, so I was there at several points in my life as far as not wanting to go on. I was upset, or there was a whole lot of things I wanted to say to my mom. I did not get a chance to say or do, because she passed away. I was, 20 years old. 21 years old, actually. So there was a lot of things that I didn't get a chance to do with my mom, of course. So, I mean, a lot of things I didn't get a chance to say, as far as all the love yous and why did she let some of the things happen that did happen in the past. I mean, I just want to know how she grew up and all those kind of things, which I would never kind of know now. But because, like I said, she's passed on. Yes, I do have her side of the family and things like that. We're not as close as we used to be, but I do still have that side, and I can ask that as well. But I would have rather had heard it from my mom. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, as far as the past and not being able to say different things, there was a lot of drug usage going on, and her trying to keep herself safe as far as domestic violence and all those kind of things as well. So there was no way I could really talk to somebody that wasn't in their right mind about different things that was going on, why this was going on, all those kind of things. And then, of course, the times that she was passing away of cancer, and we had hospice in there and that kind of thing as well. But like I said, that wasn't the time to talk about that either. I guess I put it that way. So like I said, I never got a chance to say those things. I know a lot of people out there who have lost their mom, whether it was a godmom, a mom, whoever that mother figure was in your life. I know that is hard to go through. Like I said, I've been through it as well. And I can now say that I've kind of accepted that, and I'm a lot better as far as not being like depressed today or not in a good mood today, that kind of things. I'm in a very good mood today. Like I said, it's taken me a long time to get through the process, but that's okay. And like I said, for those out there who are struggling through the process and need hope or help or that kind of thing, please do reach out. I know I can be strong all day long, and so I'm sure you can as well. But I mean, there's always a time when it comes that those strong people need somebody else to lean on as well. So make sure that if you can, I know pride gets in the way of sometimes of us asking for help, but please make sure that you're reaching out to somebody, whether it's me or somebody else on your friends list or whoever it's going to be, just somebody, your sister, your cousin, anybody in the family, somebody, just so they can know how you're feeling and what's going on, especially if you're being depressed and those kind of things, or at the point of suicide. Because I know I've had that happen in my life as well, as far as me being suicidal, that kind of thing, not just for my mom, but other reasons as well. All of that combined will, of course, take a toll on you. I guess I put it that way. But just make sure that you're reaching out to somebody. Like I said, whether it's anybody that you don't even have to know the person. If you don't know me, you can still reach out to me, and I'll still talk to you today as well. That is not a problem. But like I said, just remember that there's people out there that will support you, that do care for you, and that do want to listen to you. And sometimes it may not always be family, because they may not always understand why you're still grieving or what's going on or why you're still depressed or that kind of thing. So sometimes you have to reach out to those who you do not know. And from what I've found out, they're actually my biggest support. I put it that way. I guess those I don't know, haven't met, and that kind of thing. So definitely make sure that you're reaching out. And also remember that there's life after death. I know a lot of times we want to give up and that kind of thing. My mom passed away, like I said, I was 20 years old. 20, let me see. I had just turned 21 years old because she passed away that November, and I just turned 21 that September. That was my last semester of college. Actually, I was in college. That was my last semester before, like, well, I guess like my last year of college. I was graduating that May, that kind of thing, and of course I thought about giving up, which I did not give up, but I thought about that because I was like, what's the point? Why should I go on? She's not here. I can't do this with her. I can't say that. She won't even see me graduate. She won't see me do anything else after graduation. I guess I put it that way. But I had to. It just took me a few days, but I had to realize within my mind that I have to move on. I cannot stay stuck in that period. I guess I put it that way. As far as me not wanting to, of course, not go on, not finish the degree I worked so hard for. Because I know that she's, of course, proud of me of that. My dad was there, of course. She wasn't there, but I'm sure she was there in spirit. I think I did visit the cemetery either that day or like the following day to, of course, let her know, cap and gown, that kind of thing, that I've made it, I've got my degree and all that kind of thing. So sometimes you have to do that. I know a lot of times like my mother passed away when I was young, and she was, 40 years old? I think my mother was 40 or 41 years old herself. She was young herself. So, of course, with me being young, almost finishing college, I guess my wedding, she wasn't there for that, of course. It's a lot of things that when your mother passes away young or you're young when she passes away, a lot of things that she won't be there for. But you got to kind of course, if you want to journal, that kind of thing, or talk to your other parent, that kind of thing as well. Because yes, it will be hard to get through those moments, but of course you will get through those. There is always life after that. There's always a way that you can, of course, get yourself through those things. I'm a creative person, so I love baking and I love writing and I love taking pictures of nature and going out taking walks and all those kind of things. So sometimes you have to do those things as well. I guess from what I found out, not just with my mother's death, but I've lost a lot of people. My father, grandmother, a lot of people in my family, friends as well, my murder, that kind of thing as well. And I've been through a lot as far as that goes. But like I said, I had to find some outlets for me. But like I said before, whether that was drawing or writing or painting or whatever it is that you have as well, you have to find an outlet for yourself. Usually it's a creative outlet. Usually when you try to find something like that to, of course, occupy your time and occupy your mind to get your mind off things, it will be something creative. So, and that creativity could actually turn into a business or a moneymaker for you as well. And just think of it, as both of those. Whether it's something that to get your mind off things and to, of course, learn new skills to, of course, make it a creative business or that kind of thing as well. Just keep in mind that you can always do those things too. Like I said, there's always life after death, and just make sure that you take your time with your grieving process. And I wanted to say another thing because I've seen a few other posts as well. The first one, of course, I know, I won't mention names, that kind of thing, but the person was talking about how it wasn't a happy Mother's Day because, of course, she's a mom. Of course, she has kids and things are going on within the family, which I know there's a lot of that going on. I guess I can say that. Sometimes, cause I'm not a biological mother, but I do have godchildren. But I know how sometimes those relationships can fizzle out. Different things can go on. Different words are said. And, of course, you all are staying in the same town, haven't talked in years or months or days. I know that's a hard process to go through as well. Sometimes we have to let that process, work itself out. I guess I put it that way. I know it's not a good day for some, like I said, going through things like that. They don't have a happy Mother's Day from their kids because their kids don't really, at this time are mad at them or don't care or that kind of thing, or have just up and left the house and could care less what their mother's doing or that kind of thing. So like I said, it's definitely a lot of that going on as well. And I know that because I've seen that within my own family as well at times. So like I said, I know it's not easy, but the only thing since I'm not an actual biological mom, but I have been through, these kind of situations with my godchildren, actually. And what I would say with that situation is sometimes you have to let that kind of take on a life of its own. I guess I can say that there's nothing that you can really do. You can try to force the person to, of course, come back into your life, that kind of thing. But I was always told that, if you have to force something to make it work, there's no point of forcing it to make it work. I forgot how it goes, but whatever it is, if you have to force it, that means it's not going to work. I guess I would say, and just let it, naturally, organically, just come back together. I would say that the only thing that you can do, of course, is keep loving yourself and forgive yourself for whatever has occurred, no matter whether that person have forgiven you, no matter what kind of words were said. At some point, we all have to kind of grow and move on and that kind of thing. And yes, it's very hard. Yes, I know that it's a process as well. but just don't let it depress you, I guess I would say. I know some people do get in those modes, of course, where they are depressed about things like that, and their family doesn't care, their kids don't care, they haven't got a gift or a flower or a balloon or anything for Mother's Day, not even a phone call. I know there's a lot of mothers out there that feels that way as well. I'm pretty sure that because I've talked to some, even with the clients that I've worked with, have a lot of family, they have kids, and kids, they don't even come check on them. They're disabled, that kind of thing. They can't even get out the bed, and they don't even hear from their kids. After like several years, they'll come get a call, hey, how you doing, that kind of thing, and don't even care what their mother's going through. Like I said, I see that a lot with the clients that I'm working with and people that I just know in general. But like I said, during those times, you just have to, I guess, whatever you do, if you're praying or meditating, those kind of things. And the same thing I said before, as far as finding yourself a creative outlet, because it's not always going to be peaches and cream, of course, with anybody's relationship. But like I said, as far as yours with your kids, that kind of thing, you have to let that situation take a life of its own. You can try to reach out to your children, that kind of thing, if they're not speaking to you, but sometimes you may get more pushback. I would say that. So just keep in mind that if you're wanting to, I guess, to reach out, that kind of thing, just keep in mind that you may get more hurt instead of more love, I guess I put it that way. And then another thing I saw, that was last week, and I posted on, I don't know what the lady's name was, I have no idea, but she was talking about, she had lost her, I guess it was her son or daughter, was like 1 year older, that kind of thing. She had posted about it. And she was talking about how she had lost her child and how this Mother's Day wasn't going to be a good Mother's Day and that kind of thing. And I was reading down her, I guess, like the actual post. And there was a lot of people, which I didn't even realize at that point until she put that post up there, that there's a lot of mothers out here who have lost their children and who are still grieving through that process as well. So like, I guess what I can say to you all, because I have not been through that, but what I would say to you all is to please reach out to somebody, whether it's an organization, because there's all kind of organizations that's out here as well that will assist if you have lost a child and that kind of things. We have some here in St. Louis. And she was just kind of talking about how nobody has called to check on her, that kind of thing, to see how she was doing, which I do understand that, because after the death of anybody, we all know that during the week process, everybody's all around you and all those kind of things. But afterwards, people just fall off. You don't hear from people. Nobody calls to check on you. They assume that you're okay. They assume that you're getting through things. But just keep in mind that we have all kind of women who are going through all kind of things today. Like I said, as far as me not having a mom, my mother passed away, and there's others who, of course, mother passed away as well. And then there are those mothers who have children, but they don't have a good relationship, and they haven't spoken to their kids in weeks and months and years, that kind of thing. And then, like I said, there's those mothers out there who have lost children, that we sometimes don't check up on and see how they're doing and see what's going on and that kind of thing. But just keep in mind to please check on the people who you see going through these things. Or if I'm doing this video, check on me. If you see me, I guess, talking about this video and all of a sudden I'm posting some depressing posts or something's going on, please just send me an IM and let me know let me know that you're checking on me as well. Because that was the same thing that I did to that young lady, because she was, of course, saying that she was so depressed and that kind of thing, and didn't see herself making it through with their baby being gone. And I know there's a lot of mothers who have lost children, whether that was through natural causes or through illnesses or through murder. Especially here in St. Louis, we were the #1 murder capital for like 10 years straight, it seemed like. So I know there's a lot of mothers who have lost their children, and we sometimes just move on and forget about them, and we only see it on the news, that kind of thing, and don't worry about it anymore. There's a lot of people that are going through today. So I know for you all who, of course, celebrate with your mom and that kind of thing, I do appreciate that and I do respect that as well. But just keep in mind that to please reach out to those who are struggling today. I guess I can say that. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get myself off this video. And I'm going to reply to you all's comments and everything after I get up. Well, sometime throughout the day today. Flo, I want to thank you for tuning in. Isaac, Nicole, Ben, Mike, Avedon, Greg, and Melanie, thank you all for tuning in this morning. And like I said again, please just check on the Facebook friends, your family and friends, that kind of thing, that you know who may be struggling today. Because like I said, all up and down my timeline, I've seen all these posts that I talked about today. Whether it's like I guess like me, my mother passed away. I've seen a lot of those posts throughout like this past week and a half, 2 weeks almost. I've seen posts about parents who have lost their children and parents who are separated from their children for whatever reason, with different arguments, different things that's going on, different things, I guess, conversations that were said, and their relationship is just non-existent right now. So like I said, just keep in mind that please check on those people. please just reach out to them. I guess whether it's through Messenger or you can call them, that kind of thing. But please check on them. I know they may appear to be strong, just like I appear to be strong all the time. But us strong folks at some point need somebody's shoulder to lean on as well. So make sure that you all just keep that in mind, please. I guess as you go out through your day, actually, no matter whether it's today or any time of the year, but I know it's hitting some people today because it's Mother's Day, and that brings back a lot of memories and experiences and things like that. So like I said, just check on those people. And with that, like I said, I'm going to get myself off of here. And everybody have a great, blessed Mother's Day. And I will reply to your comments later on today as well. And for those who catch the replay, do enjoy. And if anybody out there needs somebody to talk to that has, I guess that's a mother that has lost a child, or a mother who has, I guess the relationship with her children is not existing anymore, or your mother has passed away and you don't have anybody to talk to, I'm here for you as well. I don't mind talking about those things and just listening if that's all that you need. So just reach out to me as well. But like I said, I want to wish you all a happy Mother's Day, and everybody enjoy. And like I said, if you need to reach out to somebody, you can reach out to me or anybody that's on your friends list or anybody that's in your family. Just don't stay in that depressive state today if you can help it. And I love you all. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.